Hey everybody, this is Sean Russell, SoFlo Vegans. So glad that you could join us on our first digital edition of SoFlo Vegans Unite. Now, the idea with this is we used to do this event every single month, and the goal was to bring the community together, showcase different vendors, and just get everybody excited about what's happening in the South Florida vegan community. Now with everything that's going on, we were thinking of how we can continue to do this and create an even a bigger impact on what's happening here in South Florida. So here we are, SoFlo Vegans Unite live edition, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Check it out. And throughout the month, let us know what's going on with your business, your organization. Even if you're not in South Florida, if you want to have a presence in South Florida, reach out to us. We want to hear from you. So, what can you expect in this SoFlo Vegans Unite? Well, I'm going to go over what you're going to be seeing, what you're going to be experiencing, and then you will be able to check us out for the rest of the evening. We have a lot of great guests we're excited to be bringing on, and some special surprises. If you are already a member of SoFlo Vegans, and if you're not, you can do this while I'm speaking. SoFloVegans.com/community. That's going to take you to everywhere you need to go in terms of setting up and being a member. So let's go over what we have in store for you with SoFlo Vegans. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at what's new with SoFlo Vegans, giving you guys an idea of what's happening. And then at the end of everything, we're going to be giving away a ticket to the Vegan Cupid from Find Veg Love. We're going to be giving away one pass to one of their events. So stay until the end to see who we call, as well as some SoFlo Vegans gear. And this is going to be for members. But throughout the show, even if you're not a member, we're going to be giving away some cool stuff as well. Then next, we're going to be talking about a pig rescue in Lake Worth that's being led by the New Vegan. Already people within the community have come together to support, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. A new event. Although it's a little iffy out there, we're going to be doing a live event supporting some local restaurants, so we'll tell you more about that. We have the podcast preview. Season 5 is launching this week. Actually next week, so we'll give some preview clips featuring Mike the Vegan as well as Jane Valez Mitchell from Jane Unchained. And we have actually we have the Booker from Jane Unchained, who's going to be coming on telling us a little bit more about the network. If you're not familiar with them, the millions of followers, the pedigree behind this team is amazing. We have the owner of Pure Vegan Cakes coming on to talk about what they're up to. We have an author. It sounds like a lot, right? It is a lot because it's amazing. We have the author from Oblivious, a vegan memoir, stopping by. And then we have Jackie Tarleton from the Plant Chicks joining us for a Q&A. So any questions you have about veganism, going vegan, your health, nutrition, we're going to be here to answer those questions. So invite people, share the link, let everybody know what's going on. So let's get started with an update about what's going on with SoFlo Vegans.
Hey everybody, welcome to SoFloVegans.com, and this is your quick update on what's new so you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. So we have our blog section where we're adding new content daily. You can check it out, and if not daily, we're adding it several times throughout the week. We have our directories where you can find different resources from restaurants to experts, bakeries, you name it. We're creating a directory for it. Our featured section, so our podcast, our official store, SoFlo Vegans Unite, see all of our events. And of course, you can check out all the amazing organizations that are supporting SoFlo Vegans. But the most important thing is our community, and we want you to become a member. The way we get to support South Florida, making it a global hotspot, is by having a strong base that supports our mission. And if you want to become a member, it's absolutely free. You go to become a member and you sign up. It takes only a matter of minutes. And then as a member, there are some special bonus things that you can take advantage of. We have giveaways. We put out 2 newsletters a week, one only going to our members, so we'll have special information in that. And on top of that, you also get access to content before anybody else. We're always looking for different incentives and ways to make it worth your while to sign in on our membership portal, so we appreciate that. So we want to talk about a few features on our website, first being the directory. The directory is an amazing way to find out what's available in the vegan community, both locally and on a global level. Our restaurant directory showcases all the different businesses, but not only that, it also highlights content that we've created for these businesses. Our goal is to reach every single business here in South Florida while we are running SoFlo Vegans. The other cool feature is that you can vote for your favorite listings, and this is in any of the categories. Eventually they'll all look like this, but we're working on it right now. But you'll be able to see that there are votes next to each of these. So if you wanted to vote for one of these options, let me go to the very last one. So if you wanted to vote for a vegan brooder, you would be able to hit the plus sign and reload the page, and then they actually will go up in ranking. So we'll look on page 2, and there they go. So if you want your favorite business, or let's say it's your business, you can let your customers and your community know about this, have them go and make sure you stay on the first page. Benefits of being on the first page: when we're looking to do collaborations, do video spotlights, we're looking to see the businesses that our community loves the most. So this is a good way for us to gauge that, and then we will respond accordingly. So take advantage of this while it's in the early stages, and make sure that you are clicking here daily, getting people you know to click here daily, and then of course actually checking out the content on the page and looking at all of the wonderful things these businesses have to offer. And then the other thing that I want you to do is to just browse all of the directories that we have. A lot of them are still work in progresses, so we're adding and we're updating. So by the time we have our next Unite event, we should have a significant update.
So that's our directory. We have a lot of other cool features that you can check out. But right now, I have a special guest. She's a member of the SoFlo Vegans team, and we are going to talk about an outing that we had. We had a chance. Well, I'm about to go into it right now. Let me bring her on. Her name is Gabby J, and she is a community manager in the West Palm area for SoFlo Vegans. Gabby, welcome.
Hi. How's everyone? How's everyone doing? Glad to be here.
Yeah, so Gabby, I met Gabby probably over a year ago, and since then she's been working behind the scenes, providing a lot of advice as we are gearing up and figuring out what we're going to be doing for 2020 and beyond for SoFlo Vegans. So we had an opportunity to go up to Lake Worth, and Gabby, tell us a little bit about our experience out there.
It was so beautiful. It was just a beautiful land, and the exciting things that are coming there. It's just going to be incredible. I personally owned the vegan for a while, so to see them grow, expand, and be able to have this new opportunity with this land and visiting animals was just really beautiful, and being able to see them as well. It's always awesome to be around animals, to spend time with them and feed them.
So speaking of animals, speaking of feeding animals, while we were there, we had an opportunity to learn that they've adopted from the land a family of pigs that are out there. So we put together a quick video. We're going to play the video, then we're going to talk a little bit about that and maybe how you guys can support that as well. So we're going to play the video, and when it's done, we're going to come back and talk a little bit about that experience.
Hey everybody, Sean, SoFlo Vegans. Right now we are hanging with Raheem and Gabby J.
I would love for someone to take a pig and give it a nice home. That's what I'm trying to do. These are all families. These are mothers, babies. I'll feed them as long as I can, but if somebody has a heart and they would like for these little piggies to give them some joy, Come get a pig free, no charge. Anybody, please, if you guys have any type of scrap food, put it in a bag, contact Sean, contact us at The New Vegan, and it'll go towards this family of pigs right here. You know, whatever scraps you guys have, trust me, it won't go to waste. You guys want to come and take a pig, you can contact us at The New Vegan. You can contact Sean, he can get in touch with me, or you can contact me directly. Whichever way it goes down, we can definitely get you lined up with a pig.
So Gabby, what are your thoughts going through that experience? Actually, you're in that video. What was your experience, hearing about what was going on and what's needed to be done?
It just sounds like it's like a blank page to like something great. There's so much opportunity to be able to create there for the vegan community, not only the vegan community, for other people, and to be able to host so many things. I loved my favorite part was definitely seeing the animals and being able to just spend time with them, like, feed them. I thought that was beautiful. I feel that being vegan, it's so important to be able to help these animals, and if we can take part in assisting in feeding them, it's a beautiful experience. And I just loved being in the nature. I think being in the nature was beautiful as well, and having all that greenery around and being able to see them, and just everything that they're doing and what they're planning to do with that land is just really powerful. It's beautiful, and it's heading into the right direction. So it was an honor to be there and to raise awareness for these animals, because they're there, they need to be fed, and we can get, everything helps, like Raheen said, everything helps to help them out. So it was a beautiful experience.
And speaking of helping out and beautiful experiences, when we put it out to the community, we put it up on our social media feeds, Facebook, and within hours, people were rallying, pulling it together, putting together donation drives. A lot of amazing organizations and individuals shared, and it was just very reassuring to show that this community comes together in times of need to make sure we're supporting the animals, supporting individuals. And that's what we're all here about in SoFlo Vegans. SoFlo Vegans isn't about the 4 or 5 people who work behind the scenes with SoFlo. It's about the community. SoFlo stands for South Florida. And that's what we're all about, putting a spotlight on all the amazing individuals, some people you'll see today, that are making South Florida a global hotspot for veganism. So Gabby, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing your thoughts. You're going to see a lot more of Gabby in the days and the weeks to come. But any closing remarks? Anything you want to say about yourself? For a lot of people, this is the first time seeing you on SoFlo. So anything you want to say to the people?
That I'm excited to be here. I feel that being a part of this community truly aligns with my purpose and with what I want to do. And slowly but surely, I'm putting myself out there to be able to connect with everyone, as I know that the more that we have, the more empowered and passionate people that we have within this community, the more it's going to grow, and just everything is going to continue, just getting better for us and for the animals as well, just raising awareness for them as well. A little bit about me. I am in the process of so much right now, but I will say I'm in the process of getting my Reiki certification. So I will be a Reiki master soon and instructor to be able to help others. And that's like my latest adventure right now with that. And I have a lot of things coming up as far as social media and videos. So I'll be sharing that in a later time, but I'm just happy to be here and to serve the community and to help anyone who is interested and wants to learn. And yeah, let's get together. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and we're SoFlo Vegans, relaunch. If you've been following us, we relaunched this week. So this week is an indication of kind of like the momentum and pace we're going to be moving. And it doesn't happen with just 1 or 2 people. It happens with the community. So if you're out there and you want to be involved with SoFlo Vegans, first step is becoming a member. It's absolutely free. SoFloVegans.com/community. We send out 2 bulletins a week. One specifically for our members. So there's information that we only share with them. So sign up, and at the end, we're going to be doing a giveaway, picking a few members, so you still have an opportunity to sign up. And someone did leave a comment. Actually, someone's going to be appearing a little bit later on the show about Jordan David from Conscious Muscle, and he does have a rescue out in Loxahatchee. We actually went out there to do our interview with him for our podcast. I want to say it's the second season, and surprisingly enough, it is his birthday today. So we want to wish Jordan David from Conscious Muscle a big supporter of SoFlo Vegans a happy birthday. Feel free to write happy birthday in the chats, and hopefully we'll see this. Maybe we'll clip it for him and say, hey, there you go. But yeah, and also just to let you know, this is an interactive show. So post your comments. If there's something that strikes you, you want to say, hey, that's awesome, or question mark. Put it in the comments. We're going to be sharing it. And we have some more comments coming in here. They love your passion, Gabby, so keep it going, Gabby, keep it going. We're excited to have you on part of the team, and we look forward to having you join us for future Unites.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for the time. Love all. Let's continue rising. Stay strong. Stay alive.
All right, Gabby. Have a great one.
You too. Bye.
All right, so now we're going to go to another video package. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. We're excited because we are doing events again. We've been figuring it out, sitting around a round table, plotting. How are we going to do this and keep everyone safe? And we have our first event happening on September 5th. So I'm going to let you see more about it. And then we get back, we'll let you know about a kind of like what we have planned for the future in terms of events.
On September 5th, we are going to be hosting an event with Leaves and Roots, the Caribe Vegan, here at Mass District Flagler Village location down here in Broward County. And we want to make sure you guys come out throughout the entire day. We're making sure you guys are staying safe. Make sure we're not trying to gather as many people in one place at one time. And we get to support local business. So this event is designed to figure out a way we can get to a new normal. We can go out, support businesses, and continue doing it week after week. So this is a test. You want to see how many people can come out, how many people can support throughout the day, pick up your orders, take them to go, stop in Leaves and Roots, grab a quick kratom or kava to go, and then be on your way. Most importantly, this is all about supporting local businesses. So if you have a business out there and you want to do an event like this, reach out to us, contact at SoFloVegans.com.
Yeah, so as you can see, September 5th, Broward County, Flagler Village, Mass District, the Caribe Vegan, Leaves and Roots. We're all coming together and an entire day. You come out, support the local business. It's not an event where everybody's going to be hanging around. We're going to have music playing in the background. It's strictly to focus our efforts on supporting these two amazing businesses, see how it goes, and then look at doing it in other locations around South Florida. So if you are interested in collaborating with us for a future event, maybe later this year or even next year, reach out, contact at SoFloVegans.com, and we would love to connect with you. And because of our directory and all the other stuff we have going on, we want to connect with you regardless. So if you're starting a business, like we hear a lot of people, even in these times, being brave and starting brand new businesses. Bomb Cookies, for example, which we're going to have featured in a future Unite. There are a lot of people up to big things, and our goal with our bulletins that we put out twice a week, with these videos, our social media feeds, is to find out what's happening in South Florida, because we're connected with a lot of really great leaders in this community, and then bringing it to you in this one place. So one of the other things that I'm going to segue into right now is podcasts. Now, we host a podcast. We just launched. We're going to be launching our 5th season. We're going to be at episode 43, I believe, and with Jane Valez Mitchell. But the episode we just released this week is with Mike the Vegan. So what we're going to do right now is give you a little taste of the Mike the Vegan episode, if you haven't heard it already, which you can go to all of the different podcast sources, SoFloVegans.com/podcast. Whoop, whoop. Instagram, follow us, SoFlo Vegans, all over the place. You'll be able to find out when we release new episodes. So here is a clip featuring Mike the Vegan and a never before seen or heard clip featuring Jane Valez Mitchell, who's the founder of the Jane Unchained network. And then when we come back, we have a special surprise for you.
Disadvantage right away is anybody that is closed-minded to vegans in general just sees my username and just will never click on my videos, which is a little bit frustrating. Or though they will click to like hate on them, which is different. But there's like good middle section who's like, oh, I just don't want to hear anything from vegans, who aren't the people that hate vegans enough to like hate watch them. Like I know I have some like hate subscribers who immediately when I post a video they'll dislike it. Like within the first like few seconds I'll usually get like 3 or 4 dislikes. It's funny. And then there's of course all the vegans and vegan curious people that will watch my videos.
I did lose my temper on a couple of occasions. Jane Fonda told me to she said, "You be quiet." That's a direct quote. And it even got written up, Jane Fonda shouts down vegan activists at one of these climate events because they were not talking about animal agriculture's impact on climate change. They were talking about the amorphous idea of fossil fuels. Now, there's a lot of young kids there. I bet you if you ask them to really define fossil fuels, they'd be hard pressed to do it a lot. So what the industry doesn't mind you doing is railing against fossil fuels because they realize that point A to B is very amorphous. What are you going to do to stop fossil fuels, right? Okay. Fly less, but there's something very concrete you can do when you want to stop animal agriculture's role in climate change. You can stop eating animals and their byproducts. They're terrified of that. So they actually encourage the protests against fossil fuels, they being the big industries that have underwritten some of these events. So the truth is that's why what Joaquin Phoenix did was so powerful, because he spoke that same exact message standing right next to Jane Fonda, and she didn't tell him to be quiet. She sat there in the same stood there in the same red coat and red hat and listened.
So we encourage you to go to SoFloVegans.com/podcast to check out all of our past episodes. You'll see our most recent episodes here, as well as portals to our other seasons. At a glance, you can see who we've interviewed in those seasons. And if you want to check it out, you can click on and go to those individual pages. But you also can listen to the episodes live on the page as well. So make sure you go to SoFloVegans.com/podcast. And you can even subscribe to us on your favorite podcast station.
Yeah, so those are little snippets. Each episode usually lasts about an hour, so you can imagine how much content that you can check out when you listen to our podcast. So once again, that website is SoFloVegans.com/podcast. And from there, you'll be able to check out some of the podcasts that we have. With Philip Anthony Mangan, the Vegan Model, Damian Mander, and so on and so forth. So if you go to the page, you at a quick glance can see all of the guests that we've had on our podcast. So I did mention that we have a special guest joining us and is actually connected to Jane Unchained. We have Paige Parsons Roache, and I probably butchered your last name, so when I get you on, tell me if I said it correctly. So we're going to bring her on right now, and she's going to talk about the Jane Unchained network, what she does with the network, and just pretty much scratch any of the curiosity that you may have. So make sure that you're putting your questions in the comments for any of our guests. Or if you want to leave a comment, they will see it and everyone will see it as well. We'll do our best to share it. So without further ado, we want to welcome Paige Parsons Roache. Thank you so much for joining us.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Now, first of all, did I butcher your last name?
No, you made it sound so super sexy and almost French. It's not French. It's my husband's last name. I kept my birth name, my maiden name, which is the Parsons side, and Roche is Roche. Roachy Roche, strong. Strong as a rock. That's what it means in Irish, in Celtic, rock.
Nice. So tell everybody that's listening what is it exactly that you do with Jane Unchained Network?
Well, first of all, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Sean, SoFlo Vegan on the other coast. It's so great. Yeah, I'm out here in California where it's triple digit. You're probably triple digit out there too. It's hot across the nation. So if there's any doubt about climate challenge, right? I mean, come on, right? Seriously. It's pretty obvious that we're in a climate crisis. But yes, I am the main booker for Jane Unchained News Network. I've been working with Jane Unchained News for almost 3 years now. And I book for our daily cooking show called Lunch Break Live. I also am a producer of many of the shows, and I help support our new contributors when they come on. And I just love when something comes to fruition, like a show, when someone has a concept, and I support them in making their dreams happen with bringing about the content forward in partnership with Jane and some of the rest of the team. And now we have a guide, like a Jane Unchained TV guide in a way. We haven't put it out to everyone yet. We're kind of still working through it. But with quarantine, we just shifted and pivoted and brought on more content that is more this interview style, as well as we just keep bringing in more cooking because people really want to know how to cook. So I see that Sarah has brought on the question, was I part of New Day, New Chef? So I was blessed to be one of the contributing producers of the first season. And we had a blast putting that together and booking guests and bringing on all that fun, just so much fun. That was so much fun to be there on set and be a part of that. Such an incredibly powerful team of people. Eamon McChrystal, who is one of the main directors and so forth, and along with Jane and a slew of other producers and talent. And now we have the new season that's out with Support and Feed, the Support and Feed edition with Billie Eilish and Phineas Eilish's mom, Maggie Baird, who put that together, and they partnered with New Day, New Chef. So those episodes are out. And the really exciting thing, I don't know if Jane, this wasn't even out yet when you had the interview with Jane, is now New Day, New Chef is available in Canada, New Zealand, Australia. It's also in London. I'm here in the States. So that's pretty exciting.
And just to see what you guys are doing over there at Jane Unchained, the amount of contributors, the content, the quality content that you're putting out there, it's really remarkable and inspirational. And what is it like to be a part of that organization?
I'm honored, honestly. It's been amazing. I went to college at University of California, Santa Barbara for journalism and marketing communications. And to have not gotten an MBA in that, but in my 50s, to be partnering with Jane, I feel like I have literally been getting my MBA, if there is such a thing. At least I've been in graduate school, so to speak. Front lines. I was more in public relations and marketing and event producing before I became a mom. And then I became a partnership with a dance troupe when my kids were dancing with the dance troupe while I homeschooled and had a home-based business, doing all that for 10 years. And then I became a vegan nearly 5 years ago and felt like I wanted to contribute to animal activism and I was a guest on the Lunch Break Live show, thanks to Lisa Carlin, who's one of our solid founding contributors. And then the rest is history. Just kind of went through this and that and the other, and have been having a great time knowing that I'm making an impact. I feel like all of us that are doing activism in this space, in a way, we're a sense like I kind of put on my superhero hat and go out and do the work to save the planet, you know?
Your superhero hat and your mask and get your hand sanitizer, you know.
Exactly. We're not doing as many lives. I used to do, marches, and, I see your vegan flag in the back. I used to, when Patrizia Barreto brought the vegan flag here to America, really brought that forward. I said, I'm going to buy one of those. I bought 2. I got mine fresh from Ireland when they're coming out of Ireland. They're not any longer. They're coming, I don't know where. But anyway, and I put it on a big pole that I had and walked around and marched and brought it to vigils and things. And we're just not doing as much of that anymore with the quarantine and social distancing and so forth. So I'm sitting more in my office now. But I have been blessed to go out to a few things where I felt like I made an impact. I went out for hashtags boycott meat in response to Regan Russell, who was recently run over by a slaughterhouse truck, on the transport. That was very tragic. We were out, there was some incredible billboards put out by 10K Advertising in partnership with the SAVE movement, Los Angeles Animal Save and Animal Alliance Network. And this billboard that I was standing under the other day, when was that, just a couple days ago, it basically had the mask was put here, and it said pandemics are caused by, animals? Eating animals causes pandemics. And that is one of the messages that's being put across the nation, to have people wake up about eating animals. The pandemic's coming from the animals that are being consumed by human beings.
I mean, just look at all of the things that are going on, and the information is out there. It's not biased, and just to see the community get the message, continue figuring out new ways. That's what it's all about. And what you guys represent is just the growth of the digital space of veganism, and how it's an inspiration, because a lot of people are stepping into the live streaming. They're looking for ways to have their voice amplified to the public. And you guys are doing that consistently. So thank you guys so much for that. And in closing, if someone is out there and they want to be featured on the Jane Unchained network, what advice would you have for them, since you're like the person?
Oh my gosh. Well, I want to also just make a quick note, because Jane, when I first started with Jane has always said anybody can be a network. I mean, anybody can do this. It just takes the time and the dedication. But also, if you have a phone and you go live and you post a picture on Instagram of your food, or you go live on your Facebook or your Snapchat or whatever medium that you're willing to, and if you put 10 minutes or 15 minutes in, you are broadcasting the message by which we want to be putting out there on a mass scale, right? Veganism's cool. Veganism's easy. Eating plant-based is not hard. You can come on into the tent. I've got a show now with my partner, Sherry Cherie. We call it Plant-Based in the Burbs, where mom's cooking. We're not experts. We're experts in our lives, but we refer to the experts on, doctors and so forth. But what I want to say is, yes, reach out, Paige at JaneUnchained.com. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. We can look at how we can make this work and figure out a way for you to participate. Absolutely. Go onto our Instagram and like and share. Go onto our content on Facebook, please, and like and share. That's a great way to participate as well. We so appreciate it. And, anybody can do this as long as you just do it. Right?
That's the first step. Just do it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we continue to look forward to working with the Jane Unchained Network. And remember, Tuesday we release our episode 1, the first episode of our new season with Jane Valez Mitchell. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, Sean. Thank you. A pleasure. Bye.
So now, before we go into our next segment, I want to talk to you guys right now that are listening, that are watching live. If you're in the chat room, I want to hear from some of you. Like, what city are you from? Are you coming from? Are you from Florida? Are some of you outside of Florida? Post in the comments. We'll be sharing and giving a shout out to your city. You know, shout out to all the cities in South Florida, my hometown, Miramar, Sunrise, Plantation. These are areas that I'm very close to and look forward to seeing more vegan options out there. So put your comments, drop your comments, and we'll be sharing it throughout the program. So we have some people, we actually are next guest who's going to be coming on pretty soon, not next, but later on, we have Sarah, who's going to be from the Pure Vegan Cakes. That's out of West Palm. So she's out of West Palm. So yeah, so go ahead and make sure you post those in the comments. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull one of our guests and Jackie. And I'm giving Jackie a little heads up here because she's supposed to come on a little bit later. I want to bring her on, not to do the Q&A yet, but just to bring her on because she's an advisor with SoFlo Vegans, and she's been a part of our organization for a long time. And I just wanted to have her share a little bit about kind of what her experience is with everything. So, Jackie!
First of all, Sean, I am so excited. It feels like I haven't seen you in so long. Like longest, probably in a year or whatever. It seems like it's been way too long. So I can't tell you how amazing it is to see your face right now.
Likewise. Thank you for always supporting and showing up for SoFlo Vegans. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, of course. Thank you for everything that you're doing and creating. Like, literally, it's amazing. And I'm so excited. Hey, Cheryl. It's so exciting to see how you're continuing to grow and evolve SoFlo Vegans. I love it.
And it's the time right now, you know, when like I like to look at, I like to transform problems into gifts. And this is an opportunity to figure out a new way to support South Florida, and having people like you and the guests that are on the show makes it all possible. So thank you all, and people that are watching. Cheryl, you know, always see, like, if you're from South Florida, she's a staple at every event, supporting all the businesses. So Cheryl, thank you so much for the support you show for SoFlo Vegans. So we're gonna bring Jackie back on in a little bit, and she's gonna be answering questions that you have about veganism, about health. She's a nutritionist. She's one half of the Plant Chicks, who runs a tribe of amazing women who are taking their life to that next level. So she's going to talk a little bit about that. So get your questions ready, okay? So she'll come back on in a little bit. So right now, thank you so much, Jackie. So right now, I want to bring our author, Sandy Nosanowitz, and she's going to, once again, that's going to be an ongoing thing. I'm going to bring her on, and she's going to tell us about the book that she wrote. And so, Sandy, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Sean. So nice to be here.
So I'm so glad that you connected with us. And, you know, I know writing a book is no small feat. And the fact that you're sharing a part of your life with the world and your experience, we appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we talk about the book.
Oh, well, I'm originally from New York. I've only been in Florida. I moved here 3 months ago. Not the greatest timing to move to Florida from New York, but I'm really happy to be here. I've been vegan a little over 8 years. And I got involved with a lot of vegan activism in New York, and I co-produced a very large veg fest, the Hudson Valley Veg Fest in upstate New York. And I had this book in me. I had this story of how I became vegan and all the steps that led me to that synapse moment that we all have. And I think that it took me a really, really long time to write the book. It was a labor of love, but I couldn't get it out, and I hired a book coach, an author coach, and I started to work with this woman from Canada and tell her about my story and tell her about my empathy for the animals. And 3 weeks into working with each other, she decided she's going to go vegan. And she got engaged and she had a vegan wedding, and it was just great. So I've been an empath my whole life. I'm very sensitive. I take on other people's energy. And my story is maybe different from everyone else's, but every time someone reads the book, they always tell me that they relate to my story, because we all have those trajectories of what we go through in order to say, I don't want to participate in that anymore. I can't do that anymore. And so that's basically how I became involved in writing that story.
So obviously with the pandemic, it put a bit of a block on what you had planned. So what are some of the things you've been doing during this time to continue to put the word out about it? Because, there's no saying on how long we're going to be in this situation.
Well, that's a good question. I've been doing a lot of social media promotion. And when I do that, it seems that there's a lot of interest in the book. I think I told you, I had some book signings that were being planned, but I'm reaching out to people. I've been on a few podcasts and trying to get the word out about the book that way. And basically that's what I'm doing. Just basically social media and podcasts right now. And now your show.
And tell us about the book. Go a little bit more into detail about the book.
Well, the book spans about a decade of my life. And it just takes the reader through some really, really trying times in my life and how I overcame certain things. But each time I overcame some obstacle, there was something brought to me that made me start thinking about the animals one way or the other. It was, my dog and an injury and a marriage. And it was just all these things that started to bring compassion into my life. And I got very ill, and I started to spend a lot of time on the computer, and I was on social media, and this is when the videos started popping up and playing before you even press play. And I started to see some of those animal agriculture videos, and I was like shocked, and I didn't even know what to do with those emotions. So little by little, I started to put the pieces together. And then after that, I became vegan and then a vegan activist. And here I am. But the book is very personal, actually. It really takes the reader through the life of someone who really resisted any of the changes, like we all do, but came to realize that there was no other or better way to live.
So where can people find, as we close, where can people find your book and order to purchase your book?
Amazon. You just go to Amazon, and the book is Oblivious. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Oblivious, a vegan memoir. You can read some of the reviews. You can read some of the editorial reviews from Will Tuttle and Victoria Moran.
Oh, wow.
And I hope that people will check it out, because our stories may be different, but you will find something of your story to relate to feel to feel very included in these emotions that vegans go through when we make that transition.
So I want to thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you guys go out and you support, you purchase a copy of the book, leave a review. Reviews are really important because people look to see, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy the book. So make sure you leave that, that good review. And thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, Sean. I look forward to all the things you're doing with SoFlo Vegans. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, so while we were doing that, a few of you were shouting out what locations you're from and where you are representing. We have Louis coming from Miami. Shout out to Miami. We love Miami. I actually grew up in Miami for a part of my life, born in Miami Beach. We have, where else do we have? We have, of course, Sunrise representing in the house. Whoop, whoop. So throughout the show, shout out where you're from. Even if you're not from South Florida, I want to know kind of what you're about. And also another question, just in case, the whole location is a boring question. What's your favorite vegan restaurant? So shout out your favorite vegan restaurant so we can show some of these businesses some love, and we'll put them up throughout. So what I want to do right now is talk about some of the things that we have coming up that I didn't mention so far. And then we're going to get ready for our next guest. So SoFlo Vegans, we are all about creating valuable content that showcases these businesses. So we have our directory, but we did an event not too long ago called SoFlo Vegans Expo, which is now exclusively available for our members, which once again is a free membership. So you can watch all of the content that we did there. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on our next guest as I give her a second to get situated. I'm going to bring on our next guest, who is a business owner, one of my favorite types of people, vegan business owners. Let me be specific. So I want to welcome, and once again, say your name one more time for me.
It's Syra.
Syra. I always want to say Sarah. Syra, thank you so much for coming on. I've had a great time speaking to you the last couple of days.
Oh, it's awesome to be here, Sean. And it's okay if you call me Sarah. I get it. It's my name story for my entire life. So I'm totally fine. I'm super psyched to be here. And just want to say that I have been a supporter of yours for a while now. I'm more active in Facebook. And I want to let you know that you have my blessing and I will support you. I'm totally psyched to see the direction that we're going in. So.
And I thank you, and I really appreciate that. But what I want to know is, tell us about your business. Tell us about Pure Vegan Cakes. Why should people be excited about Pure Vegan Cakes?
Yes, because we do more than cakes. I'm super excited to share with you a little bit more about our product and a little bit more about why we're different also. So before converting all of our cakes to totally being vegan, we lived a vegetarian life for over about 20 years. And with that lifestyle, we just accepted as dairy as being okay. No eggs, no meat, no fish, nothing like that. So we were really borderline vegans for a long time. And a lot of things in our house was entirely vegan. It was just the milk and particularly my coffee creamer. I was so particular about it. So long story short, once I found my creamer, we were good. I converted right away into living a full-blown vegan lifestyle. About 3 years ago, I've always been passionate about baking and decorating, and I always wanted to learn more about it. I'll see these cool cakes and just wanted to learn more. So my husband got me some basic decorating skills classes, and really and truly, that's what really set off the entire company. I just learned basic, this is how you hold a bag, this is what you can do, and, this is how you can level a cake, just basic things that piqued my interest. So after that, I truly realized that in our area, I'm in West Palm Beach, and there wasn't like vegan cake spots, or my only competitor really was Whole Foods at that time. And that's where we got all our cakes from. And you guys know what Whole Foods is, just, you know, a carrot, a chocolate, and a vanilla. Like that's what's always there. And that was just our go-to spot. So, you know, pure vegetarian cakes really kind of came about there. Fast forwarding a few months later, we totally changed our branding to pure vegan cakes. And all of our cakes, all of our products are absolutely 100% vegan. I realized the more people I met with customers, I realized there were different types of needs, dietary restrictions, not just dairy, but wheat. So gluten-free. There's a lot of people that have soy allergies. There's a lot that have nut allergies. So we have now converted, all of our products are vegan 100%, but we also specialize in dietary and special needs diets. So we do, all of our products will always be vegan, but in addition to that, we have sugar-free, we do keto, we do soy-free, we do gluten-free, you name it, I accept the challenge. And I've been blessed to have been, to make cakes for people who have, one, never had a cake before, because their diet is so restricted. I mean, who would really, in this day and age, it's hard to find a bakery that would really accommodate those needs. So I just, about 2 months ago, I made a cake for a 3-year-old. The poor child's never had a cake before. They used to actually just make her like sweet potatoes and like stick a candle in it and sing her happy birthday. She was highly allergic to a lot. And, you know, even as a mom, you know, you're really scared even when you trust somebody to say, hey, you know, I need a cake with X, Y, and Z, you know, without these allergens. Yes, soy-free, we do that as well. But you know, they place their trust in me, and I make sure that nothing is cross-contaminated, all equipment sanitized. So we're not just helping that vegan community. We're also really trying to help people who are desperate, who really need a cake, because our mission is to provide cakes or desserts to everyone that has dietary restrictions. I want to, especially a birthday, you know, like your day should always be special, especially your birthday, and you should have a cake, and you should have one, not that you just have to blow out the candles, but one that you can actually eat. So I know I think I talked too much, but in a nutshell, I'm super excited to tell you, you know, we do more than just vegan, and we want to reach those people and let them know that they have an option, and I'm here for them, and I'm excited to serve them. And we have a ton of yummy vegan treats. We're the only ones in South Florida that has vegan cannolis. So we make mini cannolis. We do Italian rainbow cookies, Rice Krispies. I'm now diving into chocolate. So we have our own vegan Reese cups, chocolate covered Oreos. We have vegan flan. I mean, you name it, I want to veganize it. I don't want you to be deprived of any dessert that you think you're vegan and can't have.
So speaking of not depriving people of any vegan desserts, we talked about it, and Sarah has been kind enough to offer one person that's in the chat right now a special gift. So Sarah, you want to talk a little bit about the gift you're going to be giving?
Sure. So a lucky winner right now is going to win some yummy cupcakes, and some of our top sellers is what you're winning. Some of our top sellers are pistachio, our European chocolate. We use a rich chocolate because I like a rich chocolate. It's super tasty. You're going to have a lemon, and you're going to have a red velvet. Let me see. Am I doing good? There we go. Here we are. So our lucky winner, are you ready? Should we ask them, Sean?
Yeah, go ahead and ask the question. Just to let you guys know, we're going to run a little bit over 8. So if you guys have to leave, we understand. But I want to make sure I give my guests their full time. So you can go ahead.
Super sweet. Okay, I'll try to finish it up. So everyone right now who wants a 4-pack of cupcakes, you need to tell me what is a dessert that you want to see veganized. What's a dessert that you really miss that you want to see veganized? So let us know in the comments, and I'm gonna let Sean pick the lucky winner.
So what we'll do is I'll give another reminder a little bit later. You guys post it in the comments, and then before we close out, we'll go ahead and pick the winner.
Awesome. All right, sounds good.
Tell us once again, where can we find out more information?
Definitely. I would love for you guys to first follow us, Pure Vegan Cakes, all spelled out. We are really big on social media. So we're on Instagram, Facebook. We have a website, purevegancakes.com. It's super simple. So please definitely follow us, and definitely join SoFlo, because big things are going to happen.
So actually a few started to come in. So let's just go ahead and do this now so I don't forget, because I'm notorious for that. So we have Cheryl, who says tiramisu, Jackie, shortbread cookies, Stephanie, carrot cake. It's the easiest way to get some treats, folks.
All right, keep those coming, because guess what? They're on our menu. We have tiramisu this fall. I do carrot cakes all the time. Our sugar cookies, we do custom sugar cookies. I think, I may have seen a donut. Nice. Yes, not cake. I'm totally with Jamie on that. Traditional fried donuts.
So what we're going to do is, I'm picking a number in my head right now in order. All right, actually, Jackie, I'm going to have you, Alba, I'm going to have you help me out here. Alba, I want you to send me a number, just type a number, and that's going to correspond, a number from 1 to 7. If you're still there, Alba. Let's put Alba on the spot. Oh, by the way, Alba is the media coordinator for SoFlo Vegans. She's a host on the SoFlo Vegans podcast. If you go on social media or listen to our podcast, you probably have heard or seen her before. So we'll do this offline. I'll announce the winner and before the end of the show.
Awesome.
And thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
My pleasure, Sean. Anytime.
All righty.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. So now we have Jackie Tarleton from the Plant Chicks that we're going to bring back. Hey, Jackie.
Sean, check the chat. I sent you a number in case Alba wasn't there. So if you want to have everyone guess.
Oh, Alba just posted the number.
Perfect.
So that is going to be, hold on, let's see right now, the winner. Drum roll, please. That is going to be, hold on, what? Okay.
Flag artwork in the background.
Sorry, say that again?
I love your vegan flag artwork.
Gotta represent in vegan flag wristband too. Get it at SoFloVegans.com. So the winner is Jamie Gill. Congratulations, Jamie Gill.
Yay! I like her donut suggestion too. That's awesome.
So reach out to connect with us, Jamie, and Sarah's actually she's gonna get you guys connected. Contact at SoFloVegans.com just in case you have a hard time connecting with us, and we'll pass the information over to Sarah. So, Jackie, we're here to talk about veganism. This is a Q&A session for people. If you have any questions about going vegan, we're going to run until about 8:05, if that's okay with you, Jackie?
Yeah, I'm good.
So if you guys want to stick around and you have your questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. we're going to be having Jackie answer it. And if it's not specifically health related, I might chime in too. So first of all, let's start off and talk about plant chicks. That was so powerful, like disrupt my mic. Plant chicks. Tell us about your organization.
So Plant Chicks, Marcia, my business partner, we empower women to get off bad diets and on a sustainable lifestyle. We have plant-based nutrition programs and fitness programs. They're all combined. They're all together. And we literally just finished our 30-day challenge. And now we're doing another 30-day challenge, or some people are going to do a 7-day challenge. We have a couple different things going on. Oh, what happened? Hold on, my husband's calling me. And then I lost you guys. I'm like, everything just like went away. No, but we're constantly always doing different challenges, because one of the things when you're on a lifestyle, like our Plant Chicks lifestyle, it's all plant-based nutrition. We do not recommend vegan junk food. We're saying that's your soul food. That's what you have every once in a while, like 10% of the time. So really all of our diets, like it's hard when people are saying, oh, but this is what I have to do forever. So we're always doing like 14-day challenges, 30-day challenges, doing something just to keep people motivated and inspired. We did a fiber fuel challenge. I don't know if anyone who's listening, if you've heard of Dr. Will Bolskowitz. He's at the Gut Health MD on Instagram. He just released a book, Fiber Fuel. So he's a gastroenterologist, and we did a 4-week fiber fuel challenge with him, and then we rolled over into our Plant Chicks 30-day challenge, and then we're rolling over into another round of the 30-day challenge. But we're also going to be doing a 5-day fasting mimicking diet in about 3 weeks. So, ladies, if you're watching, we invite you, come join our tribe. We have a private Facebook group. It's called the Plant Chicks Tribe. And not everyone in the Plant Chicks Tribe is plant-based or vegan, but all the recipes we post, everything that's posted has to be plant-based or vegan. So it's a very safe space, a lot of fun. So if since you're on Facebook, just head over, type in the search engine, Plant Chicks Tribe, and come join us. And it's a bunch of women, and we empower one another on this Plant Chicks journey, or on this plant-based journey. So we're having a lot of fun. If we're not having fun, we're not doing it.
So I do have a question for you in terms of getting, especially now, let's just focus on, we're in the pandemic. We want to make sure our immune systems are up to snuff. What advice would you have for someone who is going vegan and they're not sure on how to make sure that they're making sure they're in top peak condition?
Eating enough, or getting enough of the right things. So one of the things that we want to do, no matter what diet you're following, whatever diet protocol, the best thing you can do for your immune system, for overall health, is eating a variety of plants. There is a huge, the biggest gut microbiome study to date is called the American Gut Project. They have over 10,000 stool samples. That's how they actually test everyone. But one of the things they found from this American Gut Project is the more plants people ate in 1 week, the healthier they were. So what does that mean? What you should be doing is you should be eating at least 30 different plants every week. So that's fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, greens, grains, legumes. It's all of those. So like, think about, if you're having rice, instead of having white rice, you want to have brown rice. Potatoes are amazing. So eat potatoes, but we don't want you to have French fries. We want you to eat like the real potato. Keep the skin on them, and any of them are good. This is the only time white food is good. White potatoes are okay, but white anything else in food, no bueno. Don't eat it, because there's no nutritional value in there. So in the morning, what do you normally have for breakfast, Sean?
I'll have like steel cut oatmeals and bananas, and I'll put like nutmeg and vanilla and a bunch of stuff in it to make it like porridge I used to have when I was a child. Yeah. And then I'll do smoothies. I just got a Vitamix, so I'll just do smoothies. And yeah, that's usually my go-to breakfast.
Your plant game is on fire. That is amazing. So both of the things that Sean just said, both of his breakfasts, incredible. One other thing you could do, maybe instead of just bananas, throw in more, like throw in some berries or throw in a couple other fruits. That will get you to have a couple more plants in that one meal. Amazing. Maybe throw in some ground flaxseed or some nut too. Okay. That's also another option. So those are amazing breakfasts. I love it. I want to come over for breakfast one day.
What I do want to add, because there's a shout out to an amazing company that supported us since day one. I got the chocolate magic. I think is from Planet Protein. Ooh. I got a bag of that, and I'll put that in my smoothies, and it'll make it like chocolate, like legit chocolate milk. And I know I'm getting additional protein with all of the fruits and veggies I mixed together. So I just want to give a shout out to Brendan and his team over there at Planet Protein.
100%. I've not tasted their new one yet, and I cannot wait to taste it. I heard it is amazing. And for some of you, if you don't want to have protein powders, or if you don't have a protein powder and you want more protein, add some beans into your smoothie. You can't taste them. If you go for like a chickpea or a mung bean, those are milder flavors. And I do that sometimes in my smoothies too. But those are amazing breakfasts. And then for lunch and dinner, have like a bowl or just have something, but try and have like 5 or 6 different plants at least in your meal. And if you want to count anything, count colors. Try and have like 4 or 5 different colors on your plate and think about eating the rainbow. So literally, if you're eating 30 or to 40 or more plants per week, you are going to be doing well. Try and have beans every day, at least a half a cup. The blue zones, which are the areas around the world where people live to be over 100, but healthy over 100. That has the highest number of centenarians. And one of the common factors that they have in all areas across the world, they all ate beans and they were all super active. And now like gyms are finally open again here in South Florida. So that's a good thing. But if you're not ready to go back to the gym personally, make sure you're doing something active as well, because that's also going to help increase your immune system. So eating a variety of plants, staying active, staying connected. Come join the Plant Chicks tribe. We're super connected in there. In the SoFlo Vegans page, super connected on the SoFlo Vegans page too. Like find your tribe, find your people, and really engage with them. You might not be able to do anything in person right now, which sucks, but it's temporary. And then eventually we'll all be able to get together, mask up like Sean's doing. I'm so proud of you with your mask on. I can't wait to get my mask. Mine's on the way. My SoFlo Vegans mask. Has everyone that's watching, if you guys ordered your SoFlo Vegans mask, got to represent.
Thank you so much for that. And where can people find more about the Plant Chicks?
We are all over social media. Plant Chicks, PlantChics. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're everywhere. So come join the fun. And Sean, one of the things I love about working with you and SoFlo Vegans is, just like you said earlier, you're about building up the community and lifting up other vegan organizations. And I think that's phenomenal. And what you've done in South Florida is simply amazing, and it's just starting. So I'm really excited to be on board with SoFlo Vegans, and I can't wait for all of us to glow up during this pandemic.
And I can't wait for everyone that's watching this, listening to this. Let people know about what we're doing, what we're creating. SoFlo Vegans is nothing without the community, without people supporting, sharing, liking, commenting. If there's one thing you can do for us, it's helping us get the word about what we're doing. Because here's the thing I don't always talk about with SoFlo is, yes, we are focused on South Florida, but it's part of a grander vision. And that vision is to figure out how to create a community that's sustainable, that can continue long after the founder, and build that community. And if we're able to figure out a model that works, we can then work with other communities and find a way to make a global community where no matter where you live, no matter where you visit, you're connected to amazing people, amazing food, nonprofit organizations, sanctuaries. It's right there. But the first step is, working it out in your backyard. And there's no better place than South Florida to figure something out. If you can make it work here in South Florida, and I say that only because we just have so many brilliant people coming from different places. It's just the diversity of the types of people you can see and meet. That's why I call South Florida a global hotspot for veganism. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting SoFlo Vegans. We got a bunch of new members on our website. So I am going to actually call 2 winners today, and then they will have an option of picking either a mask or a vegan flag wristband. So you can pick either or, and we'll get that out to you. So the first person that I'm calling is Anais Gonzalez from AVO Tours. So congratulations, brand new member on our website. So make sure you are signing up. And before I announce the final winner, actually, I have 2 more winners. I have one person. The next person is going to win a ticket of their choice. They get to pick which vegan Cupid event they want to go to. And these are really cool live events that you can check out if you want to connect with people, especially, with all the isolation. It's a good opportunity to maybe find that next special person in your life. So big thank you to the Vegan Cupid for offering this to our community. So this winner, and I'm actually going to stall a little bit, because if you want to put in your registration and sign up for the membership, until I announce the last person, you still have that chance. So the winner for the Vegan Cupid is Luis Caminero. Luis Caminero, which I actually see you in the chat here. So Luis, make sure that you connect with us. And now the final winner is, you guys ready? Oh, I just feel it. Oh, we got to know just now. All right, so the final winner is Stephanie Houston. Stephanie Houston. So congratulations to all of our winners. Our next, and this is the most important thing, our next SoFlo Vegans Unite event is going to be happening on September 24th. So you're going to start seeing promotions way early, way in advance for our next event. Hopefully you had a good time. We're going to be looking for some great guests, a nice diverse mixture of people, so you can come on, learn about different aspects of the vegan lifestyle. And the best way not to have to wait a whole month to find out what's going on in the South Florida community is to become a member, because we put out our mailing list 2 times a week. And it's not just, hey, buy our shirts. We're spending a lot of time reaching out to businesses, connecting with nonprofit organizations, canvassing the entirety of South Florida. As you saw Gabby, you see Alba in our chats, you see Jackie. We have an amazing team of people spread out across South Florida who keeps their ears wide open for what's happening. And you can make our lives a lot easier too. If you have really good news and you want to share it, contact at SoFloVegans.com. And if you are a member, there's an option in our dashboard where you can submit information to us directly. So with that being said, thank you all so much for coming on. Thank you all who've been watching and sticking with us the whole time. I appreciate you. And stay safe out there, people. You only have one life, so make it count. Bye.
Good night, guys.